I'm Rebecca Robeson with Robeson Design Studio in San Diego, California, and you've arrived at the channel that gives away one free bedroom design every single week. Welcome to today's edition of Makeover Mondays 2013. Welcome to your new room.
Oh my gosh. It's like my favorite part. I love it.
Before we get too far along, what do you think of my necklace? Is it not beautiful? This is Kate Spade. It's from Nordstrom, and it was a Christmas gift from my son Scott, who I adore. He has his own YouTube channel if you haven't seen it yet. I know a lot of you are also his subscribers, but if you haven't been there yet, you should check it out. It's called Drive to Work. I'll put a link in the description box below. Thank you, Scott. I love my necklace. Today's winner of Makeover Mondays is 13 years old. She's from Great Britain, and her name is Lollylu1. Congratulations, Claudia. I am very excited about doing your room, and I think I've come up with a couple of different suggestions for you that I think you're going to like. Let's get to know Claudia. Claudia describes herself as someone who's pretty fun-loving and outgoing. She loves to dance. She also loves to do drama and music. She loves fashion, all the kinds of stuff that a lot of girls her age like. She also said that her room is soulless right now. It feels boring to her. It doesn't feel like something that when she walks in she's proud of and wants to show her friends or have people over. So she wants it to be a little bit more exciting, more her. Let's take a look at Claudia's before pictures. You can see here by these photos that Claudia's room's got blue carpet and a lot of white. Everything is white. She has a bunk bed here. She said she can change that bed, and she also can get rid of this particular desk, but does want to keep this big one here. It's actually pretty nice what she has with these built-in wardrobes on either side, books that span the space between, and the desk that fits in the middle. You can see here she has this bunk bed here, and she really did say, don't need to keep that anymore. Down here at this wall, right next to the door, she has kind of an L-shaped cubby section that she'd like to keep as well. All right, so this gives you a good idea. You can see she's got these short curtains, and I can tell by this right here, you can see where the light comes through. She's actually made her window look really small by putting the curtains on the window rather than on the wall. You know, I'm going to change that and how high those curtains are and how low. One of the things she asked for and said that she really liked was the Bohemian look. She also likes vintage things. Now let me describe to you what Bohemian is in case you don't know. Bohemian is a mixture of a lot of different fabric prints. They don't really match each other at all, but they kind of go together at the same time. She asked for a color combination of gray walls with maybe an accent wall, and the color of accent that she wanted was either pink or blue or red. So I came up with a combination. Now she has blue carpeting, so that kind of set me in one direction that I needed to go in. Now there's two options. There's one that kind of keeps things where they are and is a very easily achievable design. The second one is a little more shaken up, more difference than what she currently has. When we're finished and you've seen both designs, I'd love for you to leave me a comment. Let me know which one do you prefer, and or which one do you think Claudia is going to prefer. All right, let's take a look at what I came up with for Claudia's new room. Claudia, welcome to your new room, option 1. Now this option keeps your desk in its original spot, moves your bed away from the wall, and I gave you a queen-size bed instead of the twin bunk beds. I put the bed underneath the window and made the room look taller by adding window treatments that go all the way to the ceiling and to the sides of the window, making the window looking larger too. You'll see here that there's still enough room on the floor for you to dance and to hang out with your friends because I've given you some additional seating. Back behind the desk, I added some wallpaper on that wall that gave it some color, some personality, and some interest. above the L-shaped cubby area that you have, I actually put a bench seat on top of that, a cushion, so that now it can be used as a place to sit, so you can have your friends over. Above that, I added some really cool Bohemian style artwork that brings in both the pink and the blue. Now I know you like your Marilyn Monroe picture, and you're welcome to keep that in your room if you like. It's just not very Bohemian. Here's a spot where you can bring in another place to sit, kind of a cool little stump type chair. And you'll see here this really awesome Moroccan pendant light that's hanging in front of this very large mirror. The mirror, of course, will make your room look a little bigger, but I gave you an additional place to put books. So here's another bookshelf area. On that, a plant, and then an Edison type bulb lamp, and some artwork above that. When we look over here at your bed, what you're going to see is a lot of random mixture of fabrics and colors. The colors have some repeating colors in them. There's pink and red and blue, and then there's other colors as well. I love what I did above the windows. Those are actually a DIY project where you take silk flowers and you string them on string and hot glue them in place. I think they make a really cool look. I also added some special doorknobs to your wardrobes that are existing, just to kind of give it a little bit more of a bohemian look. You can see there on either side they're big, overscaled, and kind of rustic. So with your blue carpeting, I think these new colors go really well. It certainly has a lot more color, a lot more personality than what you had before. And I think it'd be a very fun room to have your friends come in. So there you go, Claudia. There is option 1. Now, let me show you option 2. Claudia, here is your second option. In this option, I actually moved the desk to the opposite wall, and I put the queen size bed in the middle of those two wardrobes. I thought it would make a great first impression. You'll see that essentially the furniture pieces are all the same as they are in the first option. They're just moved in other locations. In this case, I used those hanging rose petals again as the valance over the window treatment, but I actually did it again behind your bed. Here, this wall is painted pink, and this is your accent wall, while the rest are gray. The rose petals are a nice gold color. I thought that would look kind of nice to break up so much of the pink and blue. Your L-shaped cubby area is identical to the first option I gave you, but you'll see here that the Bohemian or the Moroccan light fixture that was in the other model is now over the bed. With the desk on the other wall, this gives you a nice place for a mirror above that, so you can see while you're doing your homework. You can kind of look up and see a nice view all the way around you of all the color that we've added to your room. I put the other additional pieces of art to the left like I did in the other model. You'll notice too this is a more linear mirror. It's not as big. You could go ahead and do the bigger one if you wanted to. I just made it linear in this one. But what I do like is the new bookcase underneath of the windows, and using two of those Edison bulb lamps. I think it gives it some great symmetry and a really nice, again, first impression on that wall, as well as when you first walk in and you see your bed in between those two wardrobes. All in all, this is a very symmetrical room, which of course I like. And we have, again, all those random colors and mismatched fabrics in your bedding. Now on the bedding, by the way, I don't know if I mentioned this, those are things you can actually make yourself. You can pick up at flea markets and garage sales, and I don't know what they have in Great Britain. I think they have boot sales, don't they? Yeah, boot sales. And in the boot sale, you could pick up some, really cool vintage fabrics and make all kinds of random pillows. Also the same thing with the bedspread. So it shouldn't cost you a lot of money to pull this room off, but I think that we've added color and personality and sparkle. Again, you've got that bench seat on the L-shaped cubbies, which I think is going to add so much more place to sit and enjoy your friends and kind of hang out. So this is option 2. Be interested in knowing which one you prefer, Claudia. Also, this one has the radiator behind the bookcase, which might be better than a radiator behind a bed. I'm not familiar with radiators, so I don't know what your true options are on that, but Those of you from countries that use those a lot, maybe you could leave me a comment and let me know. Is it okay to put a bed in front of a radiator? I think it's okay to put a bookshelf, just don't know about a bed. All right, so this is option 2. I hope you like it, and I hope that it helps you in choosing which direction you want to go for your new room. All right, Claudia, congratulations on winning. Head over to Facebook now, like us, of course, and upload those pictures to your computer desktop so you can copy this room or option 1 perfectly. So what do you think? Which one did you vote for? I personally think I like the second one better. It doesn't have as much floor space for dancing, but I just like the first impression when you walk in. I liked them both, but I like the second one better. But I want to know which one you liked better. All right, thank you so much for joining us today. 2013 is going to be a great year. We're going to be doing a lot of unusual and different things that we're adding to Makeover Mondays, and I'm going to tell you about it as we go along. I look forward to seeing you next time, when you know what? The winner could very well be you. Remember to check us out on Instagram. It's Rebecca Robeson, and we will see you on Facebook and everywhere else. Twitter, blah, 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 all the stuff. You know, just follow us. Watch this video where Grayson will show you how to measure your room, send us your photos, and get your information to us as soon as possible, because it could be you.